Welcome to Chef Outdoors. Anyway, you know, I work with Calusa cast nets. Calusa cast nets, been in the business for over 25 years. I was using their Calusa nets and their cracker nets way before I ever did YouTube. So let's just start with that right there. They're unmatched quality. They've been around for years. This isn't just an infomercial. These are just the facts and the truth. And I love them. They've always been my net of choice. They've always been the best net in my opinion. But everybody's like, holy crap, you know, how do you throw a net that big, you know? And this right here is my Calusa. It's a 12-foot net. It's 3/8, and it's a good net to throw because it's a smooth net. You know, some of these big nets are really rough. They're cumbersome, and you know that little bucket right there has a 12-foot net in it. So that's something to be said for it right there. You know, it's the amount of panels, like the mesh that they put inside the net, allows it to be a smoother net. So let me go ahead and show you what I got here. It's a 12-foot 3/8 Calusa. You know, stores right back in the bucket it came in. You put it on your wrist, and there's a few different ways, and I'm sure other guys will tell you different ways how to cast the net. This is the way I do it most of the time. Grab it by the horn. That's this ring on top, okay, and span it out. You know, always make sure you take care of your net when you're done. Wash it out. You can see I got some marks on mine already just from seaweed and stuff because I use my net. It doesn't just sit in the bucket and look pretty. After you do it, you kind of fold it over a few times. And then a big thing you do is when you get your net open is just check it, see if it's tangled. This is a really soft net, so it's usually pretty good for me. I don't have a whole lot of tangles. I see a little bit right here. A lot of guys will spread it over their leg. I'm usually in a rush, so I kind of just have learned to wing it and go through it real quick. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. Put it around my wrist, string up the line, and like I said, there's a few ways to do this. This is the way I like to do it. Leave it in the comments. Tell me the way that you want to do it. Share, because that's all I'm about, is sharing knowledge, sharing experiences, so that everybody can do it. Anyway, I choke it up here, and I come down here, and I grab it, and the farther I'm trying to throw it, the farther down that I choke up on the net. This is probably my average. Now what I'll do is, I know this net's not tangled, I will grab the corner with my left hand. Now I throw nets ambidextrously, so sometimes I'll throw them right-handed, sometimes I'll throw them left-handed. I'm just weird like that. You tuck it, you grab the opposite shoulder, the opposite hand, I go under my right arm, and I throw it up on my right shoulder. Now you can do this the exact same way if that's what's comfortable for your right or left hand throw, whatever you like to do. Now after I throw it over my shoulder, I grab the opening side of the net and I toss it over my other shoulder, and I get about half the net, at least a third of it, over my shoulder to a half, and I drop it down and I pinch the weights. I grab the bulk of the net with my fingers here, and then I'll come in here and I pinch the weight here. Now this is a technique when you pinch it to drop a net right in front of you, so you get a big clear open drop right here. Now when I go to swing the net, I bring my hands closer together and I kind of sway almost like you're rocking a baby, okay? You just swing it, throw, and you let go right here. And that's bigger than the pool. We might move this to the grass.
That is way bigger than the pool.
Drop it right down, just like that. Well, I got most of the
That thing opened up nicely though. Hold on, leave it there. So you can see it
covers the
comes
entire
out here,
backyard.
all the way around, down here by the main drain.
24-foot spread for a 12-foot.
Yeah, that's a great, you can see how open it is right there.
We might move this to the grass.
If the pool deck didn't get in the way, it would have been a perfect circle.
Anyway, same thing, grab it by the horn, empty the net, and you're ready to go again. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this out to the grass just so we can show you it open all the way. All right, y'all, so we've moved it to the grass so we can get the full 24-foot spread. The pool sounded like a good idea. You can see it sink a little bit. See how the net opens on the bottom? But we're gonna show you the full spread of the net out here in the yard. Again, wind it up in your hands, And this is the way I choose to throw a big net. There's a few different ways to do it. You know, you want your bundle kind of tight. You don't want it too big. You don't want it to get tangled in your net. Grab the horn and come down the net. Stretch it all the way out, the whole 12 foot. Okay? You want to choke up on it. You can see how soft this net is. Look at all this mono lays. And that's one of the things that makes Calusa nets so stinking nice, is how soft the panels and this mesh is on this net. It makes it really a nice net to handle. Choke it up on this. Remember, we grab it on this side, under your arm, on the opposite shoulder. Okay? Sometimes I grab it from the back just to get it over a little farther. Sometimes I'm wet and it slides off. Take, remember, like a third, half to a third of the net over your one shoulder here. I drop it in my hand and I pinch the top of this right here so I can drop the net right next to me. This is the last thing I let go of, is this pinch on these leads here. And then put your hands together. Remember, like you're kind of swinging a baby. Okay? There you go. Nice open net, big spread. A little harder, open it up a little bit more. Try to get some of the pine needles out. By the horn. Bring it back in. That's much better though. That was right.
Yeah.
What the important thing is you're actually using the inertia built in the net. We're using big words here on Chef Outdoors. Inertia.
I have to look that up.
And what you're doing is the motion, the inertia built in the net, the rock. If you watch me, sometimes I'll rock once or twice.
Yeah.
And I'm not like spinning real hard. I'm just getting that built motion to rotate out. Built motion, rotate out. It gets helps in that.
All right. That's why he catches the bait.
Why I catch the bait. You get shot one more time or no?
Hell no, I'm done. I'll try it again next week.
I feel like I want to throw one more time.
I might have got 2 mullets in there. Maybe.
Now there's quite a few ways to throw a net. This is the way I like to throw my big nets. Under and over. Give it a good toss. Split her up. Feel the net. Drop it down. You got that sway. You got that motion. Have that sway. If you mess up your sway, you stop. Your net ain't gonna spread right. Start again. Anyway, y'all check out Calusa cast nets. As far as I'm concerned, the best nets in the business. I've been using them since the beginning. Cracker cast nets. It's a little cheaper a brand that they make. It's a great net. I own some of them too. They're quality products, forgiving nets, and get out there and catch some bait.